Ever wake up in the middle of the night with a sharp pain in your leg? That sudden cramp that grabs your calf and just won't let go? It comes out of nowhere, and before you know it, you're wide awake, rubbing, stretching, trying anything to make it stop. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. Nighttime leg cramps are something millions of older adults deal with, sometimes weekly, sometimes even nightly. And they're more than just a nuisance. They interrupt your sleep, leave your legs feeling sore the next day, and honestly, they can make going to bed feel a little scary. But here's the good news. There are simple, natural ways to fight back. And one of the most powerful tools is something you probably haven't given much thought to: your sleeping position. In this video, we're going to walk through 5 science-backed sleeping positions that can help reduce and even prevent those painful nighttime leg cramps. These are easy changes that don't require any pills, any equipment, or even much effort. And stick around till the end, because I'll also share 3 bedtime habits you can combine with the right sleeping posture to keep those cramps away for good. Ready to sleep better and wake up without the pain? Let's dive in.
Leg cramps at night aren't just random, and they're a lot more common than most people think. In fact, studies show that over 60% of adults over the age of 60 experience leg cramps during sleep at least once a week. That's more than half of us. These cramps usually strike in the calves, the feet, or sometimes even the thighs, and they tend to show up at the worst possible time, when we're resting, relaxing, or deep in sleep. The exact cause isn't always clear, but the position we sleep in can play a much bigger role than most people realize. Here's the science behind it. When we sleep in awkward or cramped positions, it can slow down blood flow to the legs. Poor circulation means the muscles aren't getting the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay relaxed. On top of that, sleeping in certain ways can compress the nerves in our hips or lower back, which can trigger those sharp, involuntary muscle contractions we know as cramps. And then there's muscle tension. When your legs stay in one tight or twisted position for too long, the muscles can shorten and tighten. That creates the perfect storm for a cramp to hit, usually in the early hours of the morning, when your body is trying to stay still, but your muscles are screaming for relief. But the good news is, some sleeping positions can actually help. By keeping your legs in a more natural, supported position, you can promote healthy circulation, ease muscle tension, and reduce pressure on your nerves. And that means fewer cramps and better sleep. So let's break down the 5 best positions that can make your nights more comfortable and cramp-free.
Let's dive into the 5 best sleeping positions that research and real-life experience both say can help reduce nighttime leg cramps and maybe even stop them altogether. Position number 1, lying on your back with a pillow under your calves. This is one of the most recommended sleeping positions for older adults dealing with circulation problems or leg pain. By placing a medium firm pillow underneath your calves, not under the knees, but a bit lower, you gently elevate the legs. This helps blood return more easily to the heart and reduces the pooling of blood in the lower legs, which is a common factor in nighttime cramping. The Cleveland Clinic points out that elevating the legs above heart level can also decrease pressure on veins and improve lymphatic drainage, 2 key benefits for anyone who struggles with swelling or cramps at night. Just make sure your knees stay slightly bent and relaxed, not locked. Position number 2, side sleeping with a pillow between your knees. If you're a side sleeper, this one's for you. Putting a pillow between your knees helps align your hips, pelvis, and spine. That alignment reduces pressure on the lower back and thighs, making it easier for blood to flow through your legs and preventing the kind of muscle compression that can trigger cramps. According to the Mayo Clinic, this position is especially helpful for people with back problems or sciatica, which, not coincidentally, are conditions that also put pressure on the nerves linked to cramping. A soft but supportive pillow works best here. And remember, both knees should be bent gently, not curled tightly like a fetal ball. Position number 3, The semi-fetal position, gently curled up. Sleeping in a loosely curled position can have a calming effect on the nervous system. When done right, it promotes muscle relaxation throughout the body, especially in the hips and legs. But here's the trick. Don't overdo it. The American Academy of Sleep Medicine warns that curling too tightly can actually compress the abdominal and leg nerves, leading to numbness or, ironically, more cramps. The ideal semi-fetal position is lying on your side, knees slightly bent, and feet in line with your hips. It's cozy, but open, like a relaxed S shape. Position number 4. Legs elevated above heart level using a wedge or rolled-up blanket. This position takes the benefits of position 1 a step further. By raising your legs higher, using a wedge pillow or rolled-up blankets, you reduce venous pressure and help your blood fight gravity more effectively. For seniors who deal with varicose veins, poor circulation, or restless legs, this posture can be a game changer. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that leg elevation during rest led to fewer reports of nighttime cramping, especially among people over 65. Just be sure the elevation is gentle. 6 to 10 inches is enough. Too much height can actually cause back discomfort or hip strain. Position number 5. Side sleeping with added calf support. This one isn't as widely known, but it's incredibly effective. When you lie on your side, try placing a soft pillow or rolled towel directly underneath your calves. This provides support to your gastrocnemius and soleus muscles, those two major muscles in the calf that are most likely to cramp during the night. Physical therapists often recommend this position for people with muscle tightness from walking, standing, or even dehydration. By giving the calves a little lift and cushion, you reduce strain and allow the muscles to fully relax while you sleep. So there you have it. 5 simple but powerful sleeping positions that can reduce the risk of leg cramps and give your body the support it needs for a better night's rest. Each one has its benefits, and you don't have to pick just one forever. In fact, you might want to try a few and see which one your body responds to best.
Now, you might be wondering, with all these options, how do I know which sleeping position is right for me? Here's the thing. Every body is different. What works like magic for one person might not do much for another. That's why it's a good idea to try each of these 5 positions for 2 to 3 nights at a time. Pay attention to how your legs feel when you wake up. Are the cramps less frequent? Are your calves more relaxed? Is your sleep deeper and more restful? If you have lower back pain or stiffness, start with side sleeping and place a pillow between your knees. This helps align your spine and eases pressure on your hips and lower back. Many seniors find this position not only reduces cramps, but also helps with back discomfort in general. Now, if you're someone who deals with varicose veins or swelling in the legs, then elevating your legs might be your best bet. Lying on your back with a pillow under your calves or even using a wedge to raise your feet slightly above heart level can promote circulation and relieve that heavy, achy feeling that often shows up at night. And here's one quick pro tip. Avoid sleeping on your stomach. While it might feel comfortable at first, it can actually do more harm than good. Stomach sleeping puts your lower back into an unnatural curve and keeps your calves in a tightened, pointed position. That tension builds up overnight and makes you more likely to cramp, especially in the early morning hours. So, listen to your body, make adjustments, and don't be afraid to experiment. The right position can be the difference between a restless night and one where you finally sleep soundly without the fear of waking up in pain.
Now let's talk about something just as important as how you sleep, and that's what you do before you sleep. Your bedtime habits have a huge impact on whether you wake up with a cramp or wake up feeling rested and pain-free. So here are 3 simple habits you can start tonight to keep those nighttime cramps away. First is gentle leg stretches before bed. Stretching your legs for just 5 to 10 minutes before you crawl under the covers can make a big difference. You don't need a gym, you don't need to be flexible. Just some light, intentional movements to loosen things up. Start with a calf stretch using a towel. Sit down with your legs stretched out in front of you, loop a towel around the ball of one foot, and gently pull it towards you until you feel a nice stretch in your calf. Hold for 15 to 20 seconds, then switch sides. Next, try a seated toe pull. While sitting on your bed or a chair, grab your toes and slowly pull them back toward your shin. This targets the arch of your foot and the lower calf, both common cramp zones. Finally, do a few ankle rolls in each direction, clockwise and counterclockwise. This helps increase blood flow to your lower legs and keeps your joints loose. These simple stretches don't just relax the muscles, they also signal your nervous system that it's time to wind down. Many physical therapists actually recommend making this a nightly routine, like brushing your teeth, but for your legs. Second, stay hydrated. Dehydration is one of the most overlooked causes of muscle cramps, especially in older adults. As we age, our bodies don't hold on to water the same way they used to. And when your fluid levels drop, your muscles are more likely to misfire and cramp. But here's the key. Don't chug a glass of water right before bed. That'll just send you to the bathroom at 2 a.m. Instead, try sipping water steadily throughout the day. Think of hydration like a bank account. Small deposits over time work better than one big deposit all at once. If you've been sweating a lot, walking, or even just spending time in a warm room, it's even more important to rehydrate. Add a slice of lemon or a few berries to your water if that helps you drink more. It's a small habit that leads to big rewards. And third, fuel your muscles with the right nutrition. Your muscles rely on a delicate balance of minerals, especially magnesium, potassium, and calcium, to contract and relax properly. When these levels drop too low, cramps can sneak in. The good news is you don't need fancy supplements to get these nutrients. You can find them in everyday foods that are easy to include in your evening routine. Bananas are an excellent source of potassium. Almonds give you a solid dose of magnesium. Leafy greens like spinach or kale deliver both magnesium and calcium. And if you enjoy dairy, a glass of low-fat milk before bed gives you all three in one go. If you tend to eat light at night, even a small snack with these ingredients can help. Think of it as giving your muscles the tools they need to recover and stay calm overnight. So, remember, a little stretching, steady hydration, and the right nutrients can go a long way toward making your nights more peaceful. Combine these habits with the right sleeping position, and you're giving yourself the best chance at a cramp-free night.
Now, even with the right sleeping position and all the good habits we've talked about, cramps can still happen once in a while. So what do you do when one strikes, right there in the middle of the night? First, don't panic. It might feel intense, but the key is to stay calm and act quickly. Sit up and gently extend your leg. If the cramp is in your calf, which is where most of them happen, straighten your leg out in front of you, keeping it as relaxed as possible. Then, pull your toes back toward you. You can do this with your hands or using a towel looped around the ball of your foot. That movement stretches the muscle that's cramping and encourages it to release. You may feel a strong tug. That's normal. Breathe slowly through it. The discomfort usually eases within 30 seconds to a minute. Next, massage the cramped area. Use your fingers or the palm of your hand to gently rub the muscle in slow circular motions. Focus on the thickest part of the cramp and don't apply too much pressure, just enough to stimulate blood flow and help the muscle relax. If the cramp doesn't go away completely, or if your leg still feels tight afterward, try standing up and walking slowly around the room. Light movement helps flush out the built-up tension and reminds your muscles they're safe and supported. And here's something most people don't realize. Once a cramp happens, your muscles stay sensitive for a little while. So take it easy. Sit down again once the pain fades. Maybe do a quick stretch or sip some water. The goal is to reset your system without shocking it again. These little first aid steps may seem simple, but when a cramp wakes you up at 2 a.m., they can be a true lifesaver. Just a minute or two of gentle stretching and massage can get you back to sleep without that lingering soreness the next day. Now, most of the time, leg cramps at night are harmless. Frustrating, yes, but not dangerous. But in some cases, they can be a sign that something more serious is going on. So how do you know when it's time to talk to your doctor? If you're experiencing leg cramps 3 or more times a week, even after trying better sleep positions, staying hydrated, stretching, and eating well, that's a red flag. Especially if they're getting worse over time or starting to interrupt your life on a regular basis. Another sign is pain that lasts more than 10 minutes, even after the cramp has passed. If the muscle stays sore, weak, or tender long after, that could point to something beyond a simple spasm. And here's something many people don't realize. Some medications can trigger muscle cramps as a side effect. Diuretics, statins, and certain blood pressure drugs are common culprits. It's also possible that persistent cramps may be linked to circulation problems, diabetes, thyroid issues, or even kidney function. The bottom line is this: if the cramps are frequent, unusually painful, or just not going away despite your efforts, bring it up with your doctor. They can run a few simple tests, check your medications, and help rule out any underlying conditions. You deserve peace of mind and restful sleep. Don't tough it out in silence. There's help available, and it often starts with a simple conversation.
All right, let's do a quick recap. In this video, we covered 5 sleep positions that can help reduce leg cramps, 3 easy habits you can do before bed to keep your muscles calm, and exactly what to do when a cramp strikes in the middle of the night. Now here's my question for you. Which position are you going to try tonight? Leave a comment below and let us know what worked best for you. Your experience might help someone else too. And if this video helped you or someone you care about, please consider sharing it with a friend or family member. These small tips can make a big difference. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Seniors Wellness Hub, for more simple, science-backed advice to help you stay healthy, active, and comfortable one day at a time. Thanks so much for watching, and here's to a restful, cramp-free night. This video is for educational purposes only and does not replace professional medical advice. Always talk to your doctor before making changes to your health routine, especially if you have chronic conditions or take prescription medication.